Hello, episode 3 of Emperor Total War. This is the Prussia campaign, and right now, we recently took West Prussia from the Polish, and it's mostly, it's mostly Protestant, but there's almost half Catholic, and since I'm Protestant, that means I really need to get to stopping, or whatever, or to converting them. Austria declared war on me, but luckily none of their allies joined. I need to go make sure I'm all good with Great Britain. But I'm looking at Austria has lots of friends, or they have lots of they have lots of allies, lots of trade partners, but they also have a fair deal of enemies. But whatever. Yeah, there's been some raids. A rake, I believe, just sabotaged one of my buildings. We finished researching ring bayonets, and which gives our light infantry that bonus, except for it's permanent now, which is pretty good. So now my light infantry have 9. Normal light infantry only have 6 attack. This is melee attack, and the workers apparently on strike here. I don't think I really need to do that because they don't really get that much happier. And besides, it's 0, which means they're not happy and they're not mad. It's just kind of neutral, you know. And I'm gonna go ally myself with Hanover because I need some allies, and see what I can do with Great Britain because Great Britain is pretty important. Yeah, don't want to accidentally cancel that. I can't offer them any technology because apparently they have everything that I have. And now I'm allied with with Hanover. Whoops. Yeah, I didn't mean to do that again. Now I'm gonna have to send the proposal. Yeah, which means now I have to give them something else. Good. I don't know what. I'm gonna give them. Oh yeah, I'm gonna give them the ring bayonets. No, I'm gonna give them plug bayonets because I guess I can't get ring bayonets until I get plug bayonets. So we need to give it back to them. There we go. Yep. And now they're happy with me, but I can't get an alliance because they're allied with Austria, and I don't know how to get rid of that alliance. So I guess it's kind of stuck like that. Yeah. There is a battle later in this episode. Actually, it's pretty soon after this. So that's fun. And let's see what's going on. Lots of troops recruited, lots of cannons. Because I like cannons. Especially, I just like long-range weapons in general. Because there's, really nice to, deal with. Or just to bombard the enemy from long range from. Yeah, let's go bomb some buildings. I don't really care what. I just want to destroy something. Really doesn't matter to me at all. And yeah, there's a lot of them. This is not the battle. I'm not gonna fight this out. I'm gonna actually, I think I might actually end up retreating away because I'm outnumbered by so much. So yeah. Well, they didn't surrender, so oh, never mind. Now it's time to fight them. Yeah. Because, I don't know, I probably can. I have lots of cannons, and that's going to be a huge boost. This is a pretty large battle. It's pretty long. And there are my cannons. There's 16 cannons there. Lot of cannons. Lots. They have about 4,000 troops, and I have about 2,000, I believe, if I counted correctly. I think that's correct. Yeah, I have more or less 2,000 troops. I don't have very much cavalry. I have my general's unit, but that's not really a cavalry unit. And then I have my one regiment of horse, which is a pretty good cavalry unit. It's a lot better than a provincial cavalry, which is what most people have. And there goes a volley slamming into their lines. Okay, so that's the first volley. Each volley might not be overly effective on its own, but it'll do a lot of casualties comparatively. I'm going to fire at their general and see if I can take him out, because that'll be a pretty big blow to their morale if I can. And even if not, I might just accidentally hit some of the other troops. So yeah. And as I said earlier, Devon cannons are more accurate than Sakers, which is why I recruit those instead. But if I remember correctly, the 12-pound cannons, and pretty much all the cannons you can move around, are even more accurate, and have like 50 more range, which is also pretty big, all considering. want to start shooting at their unit in case they get too close to mine, because I don't think my regiment of horse can take them down right now. There's going to have to be at least one, there's going to have to at least probably 2 or 3 more volleys fired at them. Maybe I can get their units of cavalry. Maybe I'll just end up devastating some of their, yeah. I think we get the volleys off, yeah, but they're not overall really effective. I mean, some of them hit other units, but none of them end up actually hitting the enemy cavalry. Or the general's bodyguard, which is supposed to be enemy's cavalry, but... And I'm going to aim at the unit of militia that's closest to me, so that I can take that out before they hit my cannons, because I don't have very much defense about my cannons. Besides that one unit regiment of horse, which is probably not strong enough, like I said, to kill the, oh yeah, to kill that unit of militia. And I accidentally took my people off the cannons, so that'll probably cut like an entire volley off if they decide to charge me, which luckily they won't. But now I need to wait for them to get back onto the cannons, and they're walking back or something. I don't know, the AI is not too great in this game. Yeah, but the hill is blocking some of these shots, that's why they're so wildly inaccurate. I should have deployed them higher on the hill, just to the right of, or to the left of their position from my point of view. That would be the opposite of this, so to the right in this point of view. And yeah, I have pretty long lines, but they can form a lot longer lines. Luckily, most of their army is file-armed citizenry, and the other small component is made up of militia. I don't think they have a single unit of line infantry, which means I don't really have anything to fear from them. Because pretty much all my units can destroy theirs in melee, and all my units can destroy theirs in shooting. So... yeah, all those shots there, they bounced off the hill. Cannonballs do bounce. I believe usually if they're fired on a normal trajectory, they bounce 2 or 3 times. If they bounce like they did that time, they bounce once, and then they just kind of stop on the second one, so they bounce once. And, yeah, I don't know what they're doing, but it's giving me more time to bombard them with cannon fire, so that's always a pretty big bonus. I've done nearly 50 casualties to this unit, and more to the other units. So yeah, that's almost exactly 50 casualties to that one unit. I'm gonna run this unit over quickly because I think they might be trying for an attack onto my right flank. So obviously I'll need more troops there. If I need more, I'll send them over, but I really don't know. I don't want these guys to get shot by my cannon, so hopefully I can just run them across before the next volley goes off. Oh yeah, the next volley's gonna go off like right now. And then, hopefully, I will get killed. Or no, the line infantry will get killed. Hopefully lots of them get killed. And fix up this line so there's no gap. Yeah, that's the one gigantic advantage with mortars and howitzers over normal cannons, is that they can shoot over your troops, and over walls and everything, doesn't even matter. And another gigantic advantage about mortars is that they have 750 range, which is the highest range in the game, besides rockets, which also have a 750 range. But mortars are probably significantly more deadly, at least like 4 times, probably like 4 times more deadly or something. It's crazy. They're really, really accurate. And I could just put them behind my line. Yeah, 11 guys got shot down by my own cannons, but that's not going to be huge. Almost 70 of their guys in that unit have been shot down by my cannons. And then there's a bunch of other people in other units that have just been randomly hit, however unintentionally. They seem to be actually trying to form a coherent line, which is pretty new. Because usually in the game, their line approaches you like one guy one unit at a time, and they just slowly whatchamacallit? I forgot what's called. Oh yeah, they just slowly like die. Now I've killed over 100 in that unit, so we're gonna go focus on another unit, like a more full unit, a unit that's more likely to rout, like the Battle of Citizenry, because they have far lower morale. I think their morale is probably like 5, and the militia's morale is probably like 6 or something. No, actually, now I think the Battle of Infantry is probably like 3 or 4. Militia's probably 5 or 6. I don't know the actual numbers. All I know is that my light infantry has morale of 9, which, you know, is pretty big boost. Yeah, almost in range, so I'm just gonna run up, see if I can get a quick volley off on them, because I want to shoot them at least with a 1 volley before they can even hit me. So I'll go do that right now, run for them. I am gonna get a volley off. Sadly, it's gonna be a pretty bad volley, well, I mean, it's gonna be a good volley, but it'd be a lot more effective if I could have more than 1 rank firing. Which, I mean, I can't, obviously, but... And yeah, I don't think they're going to be attacking too much on my left flank. It's going to be most heated on my right flank because I don't have very many troops there. But it's still not going to be a massive attack. I'm going to run my forces over so that I can have some more support there. Do a flank charge in case they decide to charge me. Because I can probably shoot any one of their units out easily. But I probably might not be able to melee out all their units. You never know. Also, I've killed about 60 more of their Firearm citizenry, which means my cannons have actually been really helpful this game. And they're increasing in experience, which gives them more stuff. And I need to run forwards to fire off another volley at this unit, see if I can. Or these 2 units, I should say. And I'm gonna get a minor volley off. Wait, oh yeah, I accidentally sent this unit up there too. That unit's not supposed to be going there. Now I'm gonna have to run them back because if they don't make it into position in time, that could be very bad. Yeah, arms firing my cannons. This is almost point blank range. If I had canister shot, now would be an awesome time to be using it. I mean, I don't, but if I did. And I'm gonna charge my regiment of horse into that unit because it's only has 245 men left, and my regiment of horse unit has 150 men in it, which is a pretty small difference considering that we're going to get a charge bonus on them too. And then I'll have my line infantry lining up on their flank to attack through those other units so that I can't assist them. And there we go, the charge has knocked out like another probably 20-30 guys. And we are going to shoot. Well, some of us are going to shoot, some of them are just going to reload. And yeah, now the battle is begun, almost across the entire line. Pretty epic, really. And they're charging, and charging. And they're pretty close here. They're going to fire off a volley at me. We're going to get a few return shots, but not very many. And now they're coming in to attack my cannons, which isn't really going very well for me. Well, I suppose some of these cannonballs are just randomly hitting people, but yeah. At first I'm worried that they're going to melee charge me, but then they just stand there and shoot me, so not really altogether too frightening. But the rest of the battle you will end up seeing on the next episode, because, you know, this one's almost over. This battle might win, might lose, don't know. Well, I do know, but you don't, so that's what really matters. They have a unit of line infantry and militia here, and mostly unit of Firearm citizenry. And we're slowly coming into contact along the entire line. This pikeman regiment is charging us. So that's all for next time. So thanks for watching, and goodbye.